Hey guys, anybody's Hope here. Welcome back to the channel. Now today I wanted to share with you guys a few personal tips and recommendations in order to improve your iPhone's network connection and reliability overall performance. Now it seems like most of you guys, after updating to iOS 15.4 the latest or 15.5 beta, you're having network connection issues, reliability with the network connection. So I wanted to share with you guys my personal tips and recommendations to improve your network connection / performance overall. Now, as always, if you would like to stay up to date with the latest iOS news and Apple software updates, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you turn on those notifications so that you don't miss another episode. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is software updates in regards to carrier settings software update. Now, in case you didn't know, every time you update your iPhone to a new version of iOS, you should always go into settings, right? And in settings, you want to head on over into general. Then you want to head on over into the about section. And right here, if there's any carrier settings or updates available for you, you'll see a pop-up on your screen to update your carrier settings. Of course, you want to update those settings every time you update to a new version of iOS. I recommend, again, you go into settings, general, and about. And if you see a pop-up here for carrier settings updates, make sure you update your carrier settings. Now, this won't happen every time you update your iPhone, but it does happen often. So that's the first thing you should look into if you're having network connection issues. Now, another thing you should look into is the actual SIM card on your iPhone, especially if you have an iPhone that's maybe 2 to 3 years old, you never got a SIM card replacement. It's always good to replace your SIM card, I want to say every year or so. Carriers typically give out these SIM cards for free. As you can see, this is the SIM card on this brand new iPhone 13 Pro Max, which I've only had for about 8 months, but I did order a free new SIM card from the carrier, and you can probably tell the difference on these two SIM cards, even in color shades and everything like that. Over time, these SIM cards sort of burn out, I guess, and you can see right there that this SIM card here on the right, which is the new one, it's a lot lighter, right? The color is like silver. This one's sort of goldish, and again, the same carrier, same SIM card. That's something very, very important. I'm going to be swapping out this SIM card as soon as this video is over in order to improve the connection overall. SIM cards are very, very important when it comes to the network reliability and performance overall. Now, another thing you can do as well is, and when you're indoors, right, you want to head on over into settings here. You want to go into the iPhone settings options here, and iPhone settings, you want to go into Wi-Fi calling. With this here, you want to make sure you enable Wi-Fi calling on this iPhone. What this will do is when you're indoors connected to Wi-Fi, your calls will be a lot nicer, clear, crisp, and of course more reliable because you'll be connected to Wi-Fi, and you can enjoy Wi-Fi calling also on other devices if you wish to do so. So for example, if you're in your house, you can enable this. Other devices around you will receive calls through the Wi-Fi network on all devices connected to the same Apple ID. But overall, let's say you're at work and they do have Wi-Fi available, you can enable Wi-Fi calling on your iPhone, and your network performance and phone calls will be a lot more reliable when you're indoors. Now, another thing I always recommend you do is you go into cell options here, and then you want to go into cell data options. Now, there's two things to look into here. If we go into voice and data, we have the 5G automatic option, which is the default option. But if you're in your region, you don't have 5G, your iPhone is constantly looking for 5G, which can sometimes interrupt the network reliability. So if LTE is the reliable, most dominant source or network in your area, you want to go ahead and switch that to LTE, and this will give you a more solid connection to your LTE connection in your region. Now, however, if 5G is the predominant network in your area, you want to go back once, and down here where it says data mode, you want to go ahead and select allow more data on 5G. Again, only if 5G is the predominant network in your area, you want to allow more data in 5G. If not, you want to keep it standard and go back to LTE if you do not have 5G in your region. Now, I do have 5G and LTE, so I'll let it switch back and forth, but I will allow more data on 5G. Keep in mind that also it does consume a bit more data when you're on FaceTime calls and things like that, but the calls are nicer and a lot clearer. So there you guys have it. I hope these tips help you get a better network performance and connection on your iPhone overall. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.